I'm loyal to America. I'm an American citizen. There are many things about America that I'm very proud of. I would defend America as Martin Luther King defended America, even though he was a victim of racism.
And so I'm certainly not advocating any violence at all, but peaceful, nonviolent civil resistance, protests, demonstrations, sit-ins, as happened here in the United States when black people were protesting for their rights.
One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Martin Luther King brought great change to America, and he and black Americans were victimized by racism. But he didn't hate America, and he hated racism. But he didn't hate America or white Americans. And he benefited all of America, not just black Americans, but also white Americans.
You go to your representative's office and you go to his house and you have a sit-in, peaceful, nonviolent, and you picket and you say, we are against this, and you better vote against it, period. The very survival of Bosnia as a state is at stake here on this Brčko Amendment.
Da se organizujemo, jer sam ja poslala jedan javni poziv za organizovane proteste za naciju, za državu Bosne i Hercegovine. I mislim da će to biti fantastična reakcija ako se i vi uključite na taj poziv. I nama kao državi ne treba sporazum. Sve države imaju ustav sa jednim predsjednikom, a mi imamo sporazum sa 3 predsjednika. Fuj i vam pamet.
So I'm not in a very good mood, and I'm very grateful for your call to alert me to what's going on in Sarajevo. This has made me miserable about my foot still, but angrier about something far more important.
So you would say that Bosnia is more important to you than, say, the health of your foot? Would that be?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yes, of course it is.
Well, I wish we had more.
At some point, they can fix my foot. If this amendment goes through, you can never fix Bosnia because it'll just be divided forever. And that was the original plan.
I am an advocate for Bosnia, and when I visit Bosnia, people in the U.S. Embassy facetiously ask when I'm going to take out a Bosnian passport. Or people suggest that I buy a house, a kuća, in Bosnia. They tell me how cheap they are. So if I could choose a national identity other than my own, I would probably choose Bosnian.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. I mean, I think we need more Bosnians like you, and you won't be insulted if I call you Bosnian.
No, not at all. I take it as a compliment.
Okay.
It's probably the greatest compliment you can pay anybody.
So you have to make it clear that the representatives must vote against it. And remember, on the Hayes reforms, I remember going to bed thinking we had lost, and that Bosnia was, the carve-up of Bosnia was imminent. And I woke up the next day to find out that 2 very courageous members of SDA voted against Tihic. So I think there are loyal, patriotic Bosnians in all these political parties that if the people were to pressure them and bring these arguments to them, hopefully will vote against the Brčko Amendment. So just because the leaders might support it, that does not mean all the elected officials won't. But it's really going to be up to the Bosnian people to apply pressure tactics to their members of parliament to oppose this. And we did win on the Hayes reform. It was a near-death experience for Bosnia, only 2 votes. But that's all we needed.